Listening practice tips. First tip. Enjoy the story and get a general sense of the plot. Second tip. Focus on understanding every word and phrase. Try to visualize the scenes in your mind. Third tip. Pay attention to the pronunciation and intonation of the narrator. Fourth tip. Repeat after the narrator, trying to mimic the pronunciation and rhythm of the sentences.
Maya was a curious young woman with a love for history. One day, while browsing an antique shop, she found an old, ornate pocket watch. The watch had intricate designs and a unique glow that caught her eye. The shop owner, an elderly man with a twinkle in his eye, noticed her interest. "This is no ordinary watch," he said. "It has the power to take you back in time." Maya was skeptical but intrigued. She decided to buy the watch, thinking it would make a beautiful addition to her collection. That night, she examined the watch closely. As she wound it, she noticed strange symbols on the back and an inscription that read, "To travel through time, turn the hands to the past." With a mix of excitement and nervousness, Maya turned the hands of the watch backward. Suddenly, she felt a strange sensation, as if the room was spinning around her. When the dizziness subsided, she found herself in a bustling street, but everything looked different. The buildings were old-fashioned, and people were dressed in clothes from another era. Amazed, Maya realized she had traveled back in time. She looked around and saw a newspaper stand. The date on the newspaper read June 15th, 1920. She was in the 1920s. Excited to explore, Maya wandered the streets, taking in the sights and sounds of the past. She saw vintage cars, horse-drawn carriages, and shops selling goods from a bygone era. As she walked, she heard music coming from a nearby building. Curious, she followed the sound and found herself at a lively jazz club. The music was vibrant and energetic, and people were dancing with joy. Maya couldn't resist. She joined in, dancing and enjoying the atmosphere. In the club, she met a charming man named James. He was fascinated by her modern clothes and peculiar watch. They struck up a conversation, and Maya carefully avoided revealing too much about her true origins. James told her about his dream of becoming a famous musician and the challenges he faced in the competitive world of jazz. Moved by his passion and determination, Maya decided to help him. She used her knowledge of future jazz trends to give him advice and encouragement. They spent the entire evening talking and laughing, forming a special bond. As the night came to an end, Maya knew she had to return to her own time. She and James said their goodbyes, and Maya promised to never forget him. She found a quiet spot, took out the pocket watch, and turned the hands back to the present. Once again, she felt the dizzying sensation. When it stopped, she was back in her room. Everything was as she had left it, but the experience felt incredibly real. She looked at the pocket watch, now a treasured possession, and smiled. Days turned into weeks, and Maya often thought about James and her adventure in the 1920s. One day, while reading a book on jazz history, she stumbled upon a familiar name, James Thompson. He had become a famous musician, just as he had dreamed. Maya felt a surge of pride and happiness, knowing she had played a small part in his success. From that day on, Maya cherished the pocket watch even more, knowing that it held the power to connect her with the past and change lives. She couldn't wait for her next adventure, wondering where the watch would take her next.
Comprehension questions. Comment you answer in the comment box. Where did Maya find the old pocket watch? What was unique about the pocket watch? How did Maya activate the watch's time-traveling ability? To what time period did Maya travel? What kind of music did Maya hear coming from a nearby building? Who did Maya meet at the jazz club and what was his dream? How did Maya help James? What did Maya discover about James in her own time? Word of the day. Intriguing. Hindi meaning rochak. Pronunciation intriguing. 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 Definition. Something that is very interesting and captures your curiosity. Example.
यह उपन्यास इतना रोचक था कि मैं इसे छोड़ नहीं पा रहा था.
The novel was so intriguing that I couldn't put it down. Now try this and answer in the comment box.
इस फिल्म की कहानी इतनी रोचक है कि इसे देखकर आपको बहुत मजा आएगा.